The hospital hallway smelled like disinfectant and burnt coffee. That sharp, sterile quiet where every footstep sounds louder than it should. I'd been sitting there for 3 hours, watching the red numbers on the wall clock crawl forward, waiting for the doctor to come back. My mom was in surgery. My stepdad paced like a man who owned the building, phone to his ear. Loud, angry, performing. When he finally noticed me, his face hardened. Not worry, not fear. Annoyance. You just sit there, he snapped. You better start doing something useful. I stood up slowly. My legs felt numb. I already signed the consent forms. I said, "The nurse said we just have to wait. Hey, if you enjoy my content, please subscribe and hit the bell. Your support means everything and helps me keep creating. Thank you so much." He laughed. A sharp, ugly sound. Wait, that's all you ever do. Wait for other people to handle things. People nearby turned their heads. A nurse glanced over, uneasy. "This is my wife in there," he continued, voice rising. "If something goes wrong, that's on you too. You hear me?" I didn't answer fast enough. That's when he stepped closer. "You better start paying attention," he hissed. Then his hand came out of nowhere. The slap echoed down the hallway. Not dramatic, not cinematic, just sudden and humiliating. My head snapped to the side. My ears rang. I tasted metal. For a second, no one moved. Then the nurse rushed over. "Sir, you need to—" "I'm handling my family," he barked, cutting her off. "This is between us." I touched my cheek. It was already burning. Something inside me shifted. Not anger. Clarity. I realized he wasn't scared for my mom. He was scared of losing control. I looked at the nurse and said calmly, "Can you call hospital security?" The hallway froze. My stepdad's eyes widened. "What did you just say?" I said. I repeated, "Steady now? Call security. He just assaulted me." He laughed again, but it sounded thin. "Don't be dramatic. Families argue." The nurse didn't laugh. She nodded and stepped away. That's when my stepdad grabbed my arm. "You think you can embarrass me like this?" he whispered. "After everything I've done for you?" I pulled my arm back. "Everything you've done," I said quietly, "is exactly why I'm done." Security arrived faster than I expected. As they asked questions, as he tried to explain it away, as people stared, I felt something strange. Relief. Because for the first time, he wasn't the one telling the story, and I wasn't the one staying silent. The doctor came out minutes later, and what he said next would change everything. The doctor didn't look at my stepdad first. That alone felt wrong enough to be important. He scanned the hallway, eyes landing on the security officers, the nurse, then me. His gaze paused, sharpened, like he was deciding something. "Are you the patient's daughter?" he asked. "Yes," I said. My stepdad stepped forward. "I'm her husband. Whatever you need to say, you can say to me." The doctor didn't acknowledge him. "We need to talk privately," he said, still looking at me. Security shifted slightly, a silent reminder of who was in charge now. My stepdad scoffed. "This is ridiculous. I've been here all day." "And yet," the doctor replied evenly, "you're not the person listed for post-op decisions." Silence hit the hallway like a dropped plate. My stepdad's face tightened. "That's a mistake." "It isn't," the doctor said. "Your wife updated her medical directives 6 months ago." 6 months. I felt my chest tighten. That was right after her last hospital stay. The one my stepdad told everyone was nothing serious. The doctor gestured toward a small consultation room. "Please." Inside, the door closed softly. The noise of the hospital faded. "She had complications during surgery," the doctor said. "She's stable now, but the next 24 hours matter." I nodded, bracing myself. "There's something else," he continued. Your mother requested that if anything went wrong, you be informed first. And only you. My throat went dry. Why? The doctor hesitated, then spoke carefully. Because she was afraid. Of the surgery? No, he said. Of what would happen if she couldn't speak for herself. I felt a chill crawl up my spine. He handed me a folder. These are copies of what she filed. Financial protections. Medical authority. A formal statement. I opened it. Page after page. Dates. Signatures. A notarized affidavit. My mother had documented years of emotional abuse. Control. Threats. Even physical intimidation she never reported, including one incident at a hospital. Including him. She asked us to keep it confidential unless necessary. The doctor said. After what security witnessed today, it became necessary. I exhaled slowly. So what happens now? I asked. She'll be moved to recovery shortly. You're allowed to see her. He is not. As if summoned by the words, my stepdad's voice leaked through the door. Raised. Sharp. Panicked. You can't do this. I'm her husband. Security answered calmly. Sir, you need to lower your voice. I stood up. When I stepped back into the hallway, he saw the folder in my hands. What's that? He demanded. Nothing for you, I said. His eyes flicked to the doctor. You think you can shut me out? I pay the bills. I make the decisions. The doctor met his stare. Not anymore. My stepdad laughed, loud and desperate. This is her daughter. She's always been dramatic. You're letting her manipulate you. I didn't raise my voice. You slapped me in a hospital hallway, I said, in front of witnesses. He pointed at me. Because you provoked me. Security stepped closer. Sir, one of them said, we're escorting you out. That's when he snapped. You think this is over? He shouted at me. You don't know what you're doing. Everything you have is because of me. I looked at him then. Really looked. A man who mistook fear for power. Silence for loyalty. You're right, I said calmly. I didn't know what I was doing. I tapped the folder, but my mom did. He was removed, still shouting, his voice echoing down the hallway until it disappeared into the elevator. The nurse led me to recovery. My mother lay pale against white sheets, machines humming softly. Her eyes fluttered open when I took her hand. You're here, she whispered. I'm here, I said. Tears slid down her temple. I was scared you wouldn't stand up to him. I squeezed her hand. I already did. She closed her eyes, relief washing over her face. Outside the room, the nurse paused. You did the right thing, she said quietly. I nodded, but deep down, I knew this wasn't the end. Because when my stepdad realized what my mother had put in motion, he wasn't going to let it go quietly. I walked into the recovery room, holding my mother's hand. Her eyes fluttered open. You're here, she whispered. I'm here, I said, squeezing her hand. Outside, my stepdad raged, but security blocked him. You think this changes anything? He shouted. I looked at him calmly. No, it proves who's really in charge. The doctor handed me the folder with her directives, financial control, medical authority, legal protections, all hers. Every page reaffirmed what she had always feared. Him. He slammed the door, his voice echoing, You'll regret this. I ignored him. My mother exhaled, relief washing over her. You stood up, she murmured. I did what I had to, I said. For the first time, I felt the weight of control shift, and I knew nothing he could do would ever threaten us again.